But first, only 3 days to go, can you believe it, until William and Kate's big day. And forecasters are warning that the couple may have to have their brollies up because even though we've just experienced the hottest Easter in 62 years, the weather is set to take a nosedive with predictions of April showers this Friday. I know. But would bad weather put a dampener on your wedding day? Does it really matter that much?
Well, I've had three, so I've had three lots of weather, basically. Yeah, I did a November jobby, so it was a bit parky, so you had to make the decision, are you going to be cold, you know, at some point, and that was fine. Then it poured with rain for my second wedding, and he was Italian, and apparently that's very good luck in Italy. Well, it wasn't in England. And then for Mr. Spain, it's the sun shone, and it was all marvellous, yes. So, but the rain is a problem, I think, because the weather in England is a problem. Like, you know, if you're going to be cold at one point or you're going to be wet at the next, you really never know what to wear, which I think actually affects... People moan about sometimes about our style in this country, but it is really hard. You have to dress three lots of clothes, go out in the morning, you know, middle of the day and end of the day. So, but it didn't spoil our wedding. I think we've got to work around it, really.
I've had 2 weddings. And I am so affected by the weather, as you will know. In fact, before I met Andrea, I didn't like her and I wanted to punch her because I can't bear it when the weather people go, and it's going to be beautiful and sunny today, but tomorrow it all changes again. Have a good weekend. I want to punch them like that. Why do they have to tell you?
Well, because
why do they have to tell you that?
Truth. You can't lie.
I love you now.
Oh, thank you so much.
But yes, I've had two weddings. The first wedding, it was in October, and it was glorious and lovely and sunny, and I thought that was going to be my marriage. Sadly, it wasn't. And the second marriage to Tim was in October. Planned that because I was about to have a baby. That was in the October, and it was thick fog like a Sherlock Holmes mystery. The photographer had a car crash, luckily not a serious one, on the way to the thing, and you couldn't see the wood for the trees, and that's been my marriage, you know, not knowing what I was getting into.
In a bit of a fog, not really knowing what's going on.
But anyway, but yes, so I just hope it does, you know, pick up for them on
Well, I mean,
Friday.
to pick up on what you said, when I did the weather, I did used to get a lot of people coming and stopping me in the street and saying, oh, it's you. Now, my daughter's getting married in July next year. Can you tell me what the weather's going to be like? So I didn't ever want to disappoint them. So I used to say, is it a morning or afternoon wedding? They go, oh, it's about 2 o'clock. So I go, on the 29th, right. I think it'll start off a bit hazy, but it should be nice and dry by the afternoon. And they went away happy. You just have to tell people what you wanted to hear.
Lie. You did lie.
Well, to be honest, if someone's asked you the weather a year in advance for the afternoon...
But the funny thing about your wedding, funny thing about Andrea's wedding, was that it was a glorious day.
Was the groom?
But I still ended up in wellies covered in cheese and onion crisps. Do you remember? And I woke up the next day, I had pink wellies on with crisps on me.
I do remember. I remember my dad hiding because you mounted him on the dance floor. Yeah.
Of course you did.
I mounted your husband and you,
And me, yeah.
I think people have got to manage their expectations. You know, if you live in Great Britain, then obviously you've got to expect that the weather might be rubbish because, you know, it's what we're known for. But also, the good thing about the British people is that it never stops them.
No.
You know, if it's raining or if it's, you know, miserable or something goes wrong. I mean, you know, the weather, it's not the worst thing that can go wrong, is it? What if the groom doesn't turn up?
Exactly.
I mean, that's pretty bad, isn't it? Or if someone, you know, there are worse things that can happen. The weather isn't the worst thing, but so many things can go wrong with a wedding. Sometimes you just have to accept that some things are going to go wrong and make the best of it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever seen that... There's a fantastically hilarious clip on YouTube about this couple who went to California to get married on the beach, and unfortunately the weather didn't go, because you'd think California on the beach, lovely, it didn't go according to plan.
By.
Yeah, a bit like that, you would expect it. But no, it went absolutely wrong, and a typhoon kind of blew up.
Let's have a look, because actually we've dug it out.
Yeah.
We've got a clip.
One of those things. But don't ever bet me.
We're gonna wait till the phone comes on, right?
Where there used to be
One of their friends filmed the whole thing.
That's California.
That's California. California, and they went to the beach the next day because it was so windy on the actual wedding day. The next day, she just wanted to have a picture in her dress on the beach, you know, with the scenery and everything. So that was the next day, and they thought, oh, this is it, the picture. And there was no sea or waves or anything, and suddenly that great big wave came in and swept away.
Gosh.
But they laughed the whole way through it. And at the end of that, the whole clip, if you look it up, they are saying, you know, it was the best wedding day ever because you'll never forget it.
Life
It was
is not
hilarious.
about waiting for the storm to pass. It's learning to dance in the rain.
There you go.
I prefer it when you tell dirty jokes.